So today we're going to be making a wristlet. So we have our clasp, and there's 3 different ways you could do this. You could use an S-hook and just put it over curtain rod. You could have a board with a screw or a nail, and then you just attach it. But what we're going to do is we're just going to use tape, and we're just going to tape it down. So the first thing we're going to do is you have 2 long pieces of cord. We're going to measure to 18 inches and make a loop. Just loop it over at 18 inches. So you'll end up having a long piece and a short piece. You want the short piece to go to the middle. So I'm going to put it through my clasp and bring it in behind so that the loop is in behind. I'm going to reach through with my thumb and my pointer finger, and I'm going to clasp it, and I'm going to hold this up here so that the cords stay at 18 inches, and I'm going to bring it through. And then I'm going to pull it tight. So my short cord is in the center. So now I'm going to do that with the second one. So I folded it 18 inches, and I'm going to have it in the middle. So make sure it's going to be it's going long, short, short, long. So I'm going to bring it through. If you want, with your lark's head, it might be easier not to have it taped down yet. You can put it through. I put my thumb and pointer finger through the loop. I'm going to use my other thumb to pinch it here, and I'm going to pull through, and then I'm going to let go. So now my 2 short cords are in the center. Now I want it to not move too much, so this is where I am going to tape it down. So we're going to make square knots. So the 2 outside cords are your working cords, so that's why they're so much longer. So I'm going to take my left, I'm going to fold it over so it looks like the number 4. There's the 4. I'm going to pinch it. I'm going to take my right, I'm going to go over the tail of the 4, in behind and through. And then I'm going to use my 2 outside cords, and I'm going to pull. You might have to pull these down in the center. So that's half. Now we have to do the other side. So I'm going to take my outside cord on my right, and I'm going to go over. This one's going to go over the tail, around and through. So it's always over, over, around and through. I'm going to pull with my 2 outside cords, and that makes 1 square knot. You're going to make a total of 24 square knots. All right, so I'm going to do another square knot. So I'm going to go over. So there's my 4, pinch. So that's over. Take my right, go over, in behind, and through. Use your outside cords and pull. Then I'm going to take my right, and I'm going to go over, pinch, over, around, and through. So now if I look on my left, I have 1 loop, 2 loop. So that's 2 square knots. And you're going to make a total of 24. So I've made 24 square knots. So I'm going to fold it in half, or I'm going to come down about 1 inch with this cord and just pinch it. When I put my wrist in, it's quite large. It always kind of depends on the cord the color you're using, because some stretches more than others. So I'm actually going to take some of these square knots out. So I'm just going to, I think I'm going to try taking out 3. So that's 2. 3. So now I'm going to, again, bring this cord down about 1 inch, because we're going to be making a gathering knot, and that's better for me. So I'm actually going to go with 21. Yep. So we're going to lay it out. We're going to cut the 4 cords so they're approximately even. You don't have to be super fussy about that. And then we're going to take those 4 cords and we're going to put them through the clasp. So I have them. And then make sure that your loop isn't, or your chain isn't twisted. And I'm going to leave it down approximately 1 inch. So I'm going to go there. And we're going to make a gathering knot. To make a gathering knot, we're going to take your 15-inch cord and we're going to loop it at 3 inches. So the one side is 3 inches. To make a gathering cord, you're going to make a U. So this is up. And we're going to place that U on top of our cords here, so that the top is above your clasp. We're going to hold the U with our fingers, and then we're going to wrap. You're going to wrap it about 4 times. If you want, you can do 5. When you come through, you're going to take that cord and you're going to place it through that loop that you made with the U and pull. And then I'm going to put my thumb here over top of those 2 cords, and I'm going to pull up, and what's going to happen is that U is now underneath and it's super tight. It's not going to move. Taking my scissors, I'm going to cut this cord. I'm going to cut this cord, turn them over, and those 4 extra cords you had before, you're going to trim them as close as you can to your gathering knot. Just don't cut your gathering knot. So I'm just going to bend it and get a little bit closer. And there's your wristlet.